Put your gun down, Chris. She's a key witness. We need her.
A witness? She's the one who did all this!
Resident Evil 6.
Hey gamers, welcome back to Square One Games. My name is XONEVANT. Here to bring you another unlock from Resident Evil 6. It's called This Takes Me Back. You have to complete Chapter 3 in Ada's campaign. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Okay, so this chapter begins with a couple of enemies you got to take out. I'm just giving you an idea of where they are and what they do. Go ahead and take them out fairly quickly. Shouldn't take too long. Shotgun is still a good weapon to use here if you picked it up in previous chapters. And also the explosive tip crossbow is very good. Use your navigation system if you get lost. I don't know if it was because there was so many enemies and I kept getting distracted by the enemies, or maybe the brightness on my the game was a little bit too dark. But I kept getting lost right here, so just make sure you use your navigation button if you get lost or turned around to find out where you're going. Remember, it's LB on 360 and it should be R1, I'm assuming, on PlayStation 3. And just keep following the level out. I am giving you an example here of some of the enemies that you're going to be facing. You are facing off against the Joavo, or whatever you want to call them, and so they always mutate. It's a little bit tougher to kill them, so just keep that in mind as you're progressing through. Now, you also have to keep in mind that you don't actually have to kill every enemy in some of these cases. Sometimes you can just bypass them and get through a door and like load up another checkpoint. So don't feel like you have to kill everybody. There's plenty of time to get skill points later. So just as a tip, this is going to be like a running section you have to do. If you remember, if you played Jake's campaign, I think it was Jake's campaign, you had to fight the chainsaw zombie. You're kind of doing that same thing here in Ada's campaign, and it's kind of cutting the structures underneath you away, and you have to kind of keep running fast enough to stay ahead of it. So that's kind of what I'm showing you right here. Basically, it's just a lot of running and holding down A until you get to the next sequence. That's going to drop the piece of wood and block the gate, and that's going to get you into the next section. Work yourself around the map to the back of the map and pick up the key, and then head through the red door. And this is where you're going to actually have to fight the chainsaw zombie. So you can use explosive tip arrows. Again, I think the shotgun is probably a good move here. And just keep welling on it until it goes down. When it does go down, make sure you pick up the key. And I think I also show you a green herb in this section as well, because I felt like you may need it. Yep, it's over here. So just go over here to this table. Not a red herb, green herb, sorry. Pick that up and then head over to the next door, and you can continue this chapter. I like Ada's campaign. I think it's awesome. I'm not going to say it's my favorite. I don't really know if I have a favorite campaign, but it's close. I mean, it's up there. Alright, eventually you're going to get to this bus section. Just make sure you keep welling on the enemy again. You can also duck underneath the green signs. It's going to eventually stop and then go back the other way. I usually pull out the sniper rifle. I feel like it gets a lot of damage on, and it's so close. I feel like that it's very hard to miss. So just pull out your sniper rifle, or continue with any gun that you like. Just make sure you get some hits on. If he gets close to you like you did me there, just do the roll trick, and he usually will not hit you with the chainsaw. And you just want to keep this back and forth going until there's a cutscene. So it doesn't take too long, but you do have to put quite a bit of hits on it. But eventually there'll be a cutscene that takes over. And after the cutscene, you're going to be in this section where you're on like the railroad track, and there's going to be two electrical kind of fences on both sides, so you don't have a lot of places to maneuver here. So just switch to the shotgun or your Uzi and get some work done, and make sure you don't back up too far because you'll get electrocuted. There's going to be a quick time event where you have to hit X. Go ahead and do that very quickly. It's very easy to die there. Then hit A and then hit your right trigger. And it's very easy to miss those, and I think I cut out some of my deaths on this chapter, but I did die there. And so it's pretty easy to die there, so just be careful and get through that, and then just continue to do work on him until you get to another cutscene. When the cutscene happens, you're going to have another QTE event. Go ahead and knock that out. QTE event. It should just be QTE. Quick time event. But go ahead and knock out the quick time event, and then you're going to be back on stationary ground again. You're off the railroad track, back into the buildings. Just keep going forward. until you get to another cutscene. Then you're gonna have this section where you have to kind of I thought at first that you had to monitor them and like shoot people while they were riding on the boat, but you don't. You just have to keep running through. You're gonna have a bunch of places you can jump and use your grappling hook and all that stuff. You're basically trying to go all the way to the other side of this map so you can help them with the chainsaw zombie again. And I think I show you all that. Basically, you're just providing them protection. Yeah. So the chainsaw zombie's down there at the bottom. You'll know that it's him because of the red diamond that shows up around him. And just keep putting some sniper rounds on him. I mean, you can probably use any gun you want, but I'm assuming that you get more damage, and it's probably a little bit easier to shoot him if you use the sniper rifle. And as soon as that's done, go ahead and grapple hook over and continue. Use your grappling hook again. Now when you get to this section, you're going to have to do some more sniping, so go ahead and switch to your sniper rifle and just kind of wait this thing out until the enemy's basically going to come up on the boat. Go ahead and get you a couple of rounds in on him. And I don't think it takes too much here. And I want to say that this may be a timed event, but I haven't played enough to know if it's a timed event. So just keep putting shots on him. You're eventually going to get to this like little checkpoint right here, little cutscene. And then you're going to have to help her before she hits the chopper blades. I thought that maybe you would just have to kill the chainsaw zombie, but all you have to do is do the A grappling hook, and that's going to swing Ada through, save the day. So you don't really have to kill the enemy there. Just use the grappling hook, and you can get through it. And that's the unlock. This takes me back, and the next time I see you will be in Chapter 4. So I'll see you then. You guys be good. If you'd like to catch all the videos I plan on doing for Resident Evil 6, then feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the thumbnail in the center of your screen. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.